Hi there, this is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, and welcome to another random review. And this film is definitely quite random. This is Haine from 1980, starring Klaus Kinski. Not La Haine by Matthew Kassovitz. This is Haine, or Hymn of Hate, as in H-Y-M-N, not H-I-M. Directed by Dominique Goult. Probably not how you pronounce his name. This is the only film he ever directed. This is on the Un Chat de Fume, Quai Fume even, or Smoking Cat. It's a French Blu-ray label that I have picked up a few titles before. Their website, you can actually get these Blu-ray editions for less than €10 or €9.99. And I've picked up some interesting titles. I got the 4K of a Lino Brocca film. But this is a random review of a really random film. So it starts with two men going to a power plant and sabotaging it, so it goes on fire. There's electricity everywhere, and then it cuts to a little girl in a red Mac. It's not Don't Look Now, and she is hit and killed by a motorbike. And we have some kind of plot with the two men who sabotage the power plant and the town mayor, and a woman who has a baby and nobody in the town likes her. Enter this milieu, Klaus Kinski on a motorbike. At one point there is another motorbike gang who just passes through. But Klaus Kinski in his all white biker suit, he enters this town, and it almost becomes this bizarre existential metaphoric drama where he can't really escape the town, and the townspeople all think he killed the little girl with his motorcycle. It's a really odd film. It's almost like a post-apocalyptic science fiction film, but it's not. It's just set in the French countryside. It's a bit like a French Straw Dogs, without the rape. As an outsider who's literally all clad in white, being viewed as the villain by the country bumpkins and whatever stuff they've got going on with the power plant. It's just quite a bizarre film. As on repeated attempts, Klaus Kinski tries to escape on his motorbike but is blocked by trucks and people with guns, because they don't want to kill him outright. They want to punish him for potentially killing this little girl, but it's not as if they really care about their own anyway, as they mistreat this woman who has a child, but we don't really know who the father is, and she's kind of viewed as dirty and unclean herself. Kinski eventually kind of befriends her in the Kinski way, and tries to escape with her, but the film kind of ends and starts, both on scenes with electricity. It's just a really odd film, and quite random. So that's not a film that I'm going to talk about in glowing terms. I'm not going to say, oh, you must go out and buy yourself a copy. But I just kind of wanted to briefly mention it. This is going to be a really short review, because it just has a very strange feel to it. There's a wonderful moment when Kinski's being chased and he ends up riding his motorcycle into a church. There's lots of religious iconography. It's just odd. You can see, I don't know why Dominique Goult never directed another film, but it's not as if Hymn of Hate would be a box office smash. But if you're looking for something a little bit odd, with Klaus Kinski in a white motorcycle outfit, there's a wonderful scene with him and a tarot card reader, who, strangely enough, one of the cards that she turns over is La Morte. It has just a really weird vibe, a really strange atmosphere. I mean, his bike goes through hell. It's a great performance by his bike. It gets shot at and put into swamps, and there's some nice motorcycle stunts, guessing not by Kinski. The final scene in the film, which is in a church as well, is really quite strange, but also quite bizarre and quite moving. The reveal of who actually killed the little girl with their motorcycle, again, is kind of strange. I don't know whether it's better to watch. It's one of these films that is better to watch in the middle of the night, when your senses perhaps aren't as keen, or maybe if you're inebriated, it kind of would make more sense. But it's just, any film with Kinski is worth watching. Obviously, this is 1980, so he's a bit older. He looks a bit more haggard due to all the sex he's had in his life, probably. If you've ever read his autobiography or his biography, it's hilarious, because it's literally all the films he made and all the women he had sex with while making those films. He probably had sex with every woman in the cast in this. Even the older, more haggard woman who runs the little bar and does the tarot readings, probably had sex with her as well. It's a real oddity, and if you go to the Smoking Cat, Le Chat Fume website, you can buy a copy yourself. All these releases have wonderful extras, but unfortunately they're all, well, not unfortunate if you speak fluent French, or fluent French even. There's a 32-minute interview with Patrice Millet about the film. There's an isolated music score, there's a trailer, but again, it is in French, and as I know a smattering, I can kind of follow it, but not precisely. Really nice print, really nice case, but man, it's a strange film. But again, if you like a bit of Kinski, and who doesn't like a bit of Kinski, some French straw dogs without the rape, featuring a motorbike, then it might just be up your boulevard. So thanks very much for watching. Again, this is a very short random review because it's a very random film, but just worth noting. Again, this is not a masterpiece, this isn't going to change your life, but it will confuse you for an hour and a half. So thanks very much for watching. Please let me know if you've seen Haine, not La Haine. and let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you now, hopefully as confused as I am. This is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films, saying farewell.